Hey traders, for today's options content, we're talking about this week's slew of big bank earnings due on Friday. Big banks like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and others tend to all kick off earnings season at once. Friday's slate of bank earnings include reports from Citigroup, Bank of America, First Republic Bank, as well as JP Morgan and Wells Fargo. So today we won't be zeroing in on a specific trade, but instead looking at what moves we might see from these stocks and how to possibly set up some option trades around them going forward. When thinking about an option earnings trade, we want to gather insight into what kind of move the market is expecting. So we'll use what we might call an expected move to gauge this. This tells us the market's expected range for an underlying stock for a specific period. The quickest way to work out the expected move is to look up the option chain and add together the price of the at-the-money put option and the at-the-money call option. We can use the first expiration date after the earnings date. While this approach isn't as accurate as a detailed calculation, it does serve as a reasonably accurate estimate and a number that you can use to plan your option trades around earnings. For Friday's big bank earnings, we're looking at a 4.9 expected move for Citigroup and Bank of America. Meanwhile, JP Morgan is showing the smallest expected move of the bunch at around 3.8%. Wells Fargo is showing an expected move of 5%, while First Republic Bank is showing an expected move of 5.9%. Another key piece of data to look at in earnings plays is how often in the past the stock has stayed within its expected range. For example, Citigroup stayed within its expected range the last 5 out of 6 earnings releases. For the other banks, they stayed within that expected range the last 4 out of 6 releases. Now, with all this earnings information in perspective, investors can better strategize their option plays around the big event. It's another invaluable tool in your investing tool belt for handling earnings. As always, remember that if you're new to options, make sure you practice with a virtual account before risking any real money. And remember that options are complex and investors can lose 100% or more of their investment. Be sure to join us for our regular options content where we discuss new trade ideas daily.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.